Sorry about that. That was motorbike. They have become nuisance nowadays because they are the only major transport that is available for now that's easily accessible. But I'm urging you, the motorbike uh, owners who are coming to the residential areas, come with the science, because even the sound your motorbike emits is so loud. It's so nuisance also. And also the music. There is this motorbike that comes here in the morning, and it has this loud music. And mind you, we have this is a residential house that I'm saying, and we have a mother who has a small kid, a newborn. So whenever you come, just be mindful that those people who are still living in these residential houses, they still need their their sanity. Sorry about that. So another thing we can do about this Sunday, this day we can go for nature retreats. We can also come up with the challenges that build us emotionally, physically, and spiritually. I have seen a lot of these challenges that are going on in the mainstream media. Some challenges that does not make sense, some challenges that are copied from people. We need those challenges that can develop our minds and our body and everything that it entails. Also, we can transform this day as a day of visiting game parks. Remember, we still need money from local tourism. Like I said, we are the solution to our own problem. So we need to visit our game parks. We cannot rely on those people who are coming far from far overseas to come and just uh, support our tourism industry. We are so many of us. We have our children who have never even got that chance to go out and explore what is there, the wild animals. We need also to interact with them. Most of them have known human as enemies. This is the time we make that board. And also, there are also those centers that have those animals with traumas. We can also go and visit them, because those traumas are caused by us, by the poachers who are going there and killing maybe their own mothers, killing their relatives there. So this is the time we should be doing that. Another thing we can do on this Sunday is that we can go for sightseeing. Sightseeing is the best thing. And also we can also go for hikes, for mountain hikes. We have our mountain here, the Rogonot, Mount Kenya, and people have never explored so much. We have Gong Hills here. People have never gone to explore. They have never had that opportunity because of the tight schedule that has been there. It's always working, 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 going to church, going to church, going to school, going to school, going to pub. This is the time we should be exploring such places. We have also the Hell's Gates, and like I said, we need to change those names to our local names. And there is also one thing we can do on this particular day: nature walk. Nature walk is very healing. Like, if you check my previous video, this is what I have been doing. Whenever I feel down, feel drained, this is where I go. Even if it's one day, one Saturday, it's always makes me or it always revitalize my mind, my body, and my soul, and everything. I come whenever I go there. I feel the connection. I feel the connection with everything, with every insect that is there, with every grass, everything that is there. Let me say. So um, so we can be using this day also by doing community work such as unclogging drainages. We always wait for our government to do this thing, and like for now the rain has just rained for 2 days, 3 days, and it's all flooding everywhere. So we need to be preparing much earlier before the rain hits. This is when we should be doing. We engage our youths, the old and the our mothers and fathers also, to take care of our drainages, to unclog them with the polythene paper, with the mud, and everything that is making these drainages not to take the water to their destined places. And also, we can also dig trenches for those places that doesn't have drainages. This is a good opportunity to do that. We don't need to waste this day. um, we need to make this day as more uh, creative as we can. So then after unclogging the drainages, we can also unclog the gutters, clean roads, correcting trashes. That is the polythene bags that are all over strewn here. We can't always rely on the city council to hire those people, and they are not hiring enough people for this work. And these people are too much overwhelmed in towns, because the population are just growing in the urban areas in each and every day, because people try to move there because of the opportunities, and also the nature of the work that they are going to do. It really requires the people. This so the brain drain and energy drain is going so much in the energy centers. So we need to help those people to do that community work of collecting the garbages and taking the responsibility of offering those services. Another thing we can do on Sunday is distributing food for the homeless, the needy, the sick. That is those that does not have anyone to visit them. Remember, we have hospitals. We still have those people in hospitals, like in Kenyatta, Bagathi. We have seen in the mainstream media that those people that are never visited by their relative, they are disowned by their relative. They are simply because of the bills. Some even doesn't have their own family members. So this is the time we should be extending our love in that way. We should be going to check them and see how they are doing, what they require, and how we can help them, even if they are discharged from those hospitals. We can also transform this day into inter-communities games, that is different tribes. Remember, we want to heal because we have been separated and divided by the tribalism by our politicians. So this is the time to heal. We need to interact with other communities, see how they are, know what they do, what we can maybe exchange with them, how we can grow our businesses, what food they have, what and how we can exchange this food in terms of doing business with them. And this is a good way of healing the warring even communities. We have communities here that are still fighting each other and killing each other. So this is the time we should be doing this, the inter-community games, and maybe we can put drama, the singing of tradition, that those competition that will eliminate such things, the enmity that has been created. So another thing we can do for these places that were the churches, we can convert these places to library, gyms, acrobats, uh, gymnastic centers, food collection center for the needy. So because churches and crabs are everywhere, they just like they are in deep in the villages um, where even the how can I put this one? How can I put this one? Let me say, okay, for the urban center, those services that were we do in here in urban centers, we can extend them to rural areas, villages, and this is a very good way because we have a lot of youth there that are wasting themselves, and maybe because if we can erect such things, such activities that are going to help our bodies, like libraries, they are very good. We be- because those youth, they can go to those libraries, start reading, they can maybe even discover their talents by the gyms and acrobats, and also gymnastic. For the gyms, it's a very good way because so much nowadays we are battling these lifestyle diseases, and this is a way we can help even those that cannot reach the gym. So these places like the schools, they are very close to us. They are already there. They are already in existence. So this is a way of we will encourage people to go there more often to see how how things are there. I know this is a way of enticing them to go there, and also a way of telling them that this place is open. Go and do something that is more lucrative and much more beneficial to your life. So another thing we can do for these places, if because we are mindful also for the those people who are running these institutions, running these pubs, and running those churches, this is where they got their livelihood. We need to remember also whenever they are going, if they are going to convert these places into things that I'm saying, there is those charges, as maybe those reasonable charges we will be charging in those areas, so as in order to enable the lives of these people who are the owners of these places to go on with their lives. So this is a very good way. We are not forgetting you, our pastors, the bartenders who are in those clubs, the bar owners, the school owners. We have so many private schools that are going on, and we need to be very considerate about all these people because we don't want to kill the jobs. We want to employ more people in these fields, and also be mindful about the owners of these places. So, and also for the food collection, we have seen so many people striving to know how the food they have contributed will reach the needy people. So this is a good place for the drop points, so that even because the pastors do know about the local people, and also the school, because of the kids, they know the local people. That way they will know that whoever is needy, they have the names of those who are needy, and where they can collect the food, and where the food after it's being dropped will be stored. So this is a very good way of converting these places into such places. Another thing we can do, we can convert them into cultural centers. Many of our kids doesn't know anything or doesn't have even a hint of what their culture entails because of the modernization and the invasion of this Roman culture. This is what they know. They don't have the values, what our culture was all about. So this is a way of we can open these places for our kids to go there. Maybe if we have those old pictures of our people, how they dressed, what the materials they were using. This is a way we can display them there so that our kids can take advantage of this thing. Another thing we can do for these places also is that we can uh, transform them into youth polytechnics. That is, we need people who are we need our youth to be innovative, and that way they, through the youth polytechnic, which are very accessible to them, they will be taught things like carpentry, embroidery, pottery, sewing, knitting sweaters, also knitting traditional baskets, that is kyodo, and we can also teach them to do wood and stone carving, painting, and so many other things, because what the schools has been concentrating on people like doing these odd courses that it's always business, secretarial, and accounting, and this is what has led to our downfall. We don't have many options or many fields which can employ our people. So if we did diversify like this, we will curb the situation of our unemployment. And by having those places readily accessible, will also encourage our people to take these courses more and more. So another thing we can transform this place is by also building palliative centers. This is palliative centers are for the terminally ill patients. So by doing this, we will also involve the family members. Remember, we have hospitals which do have palliative centers that are located very far away, like person who has been referred to Kenyatta, and maybe they have their home in Mandera. That is a very far distance for the family members to come and look after their patients. And by transforming these places as palliative centers, it will enable the family members to do more frequent visitation and also know how to take care of their family members. Those that need also the care for maybe even counseling the family members. This will be a very good way to for the patients and also for the family members to work in such a coordination, and it will save the family members what they have to whatever they whenever they are coming to visit those people who are in such condition, or who those people who are very sick, they use a lot of maybe fear, a lot of time whenever they come to town center, they don't have places to stay. So this will be a very, very good to eliminate such a problem, for bringing palliative centers close to our homes, to our rural the homes, and also the villages. Another thing we can do for this place is we can transform them into alcohol anonymous center. Like for now, people are drinking. They are drinking, and I can see the government is not even issuing any problem to this, or a solution to this problem. And I don't know if this lockdown, if it happens to get finished, I don't know what our people will be like, because so many of them are so much into alcohol. Like for withdrawing, for them it will be a problem. Some are going to be addicted into this behavior. Even for those who did not have this behavior, this is what they are just finding consolation, drinking and drinking. So by setting alcohol anonymous centers will be very, very much be beneficial to us, because even when we look around our villages, our homes, we just have these people who are addicted to alcohol, and they cannot even just give up those behavior. So another thing we can do for these places, we can transform them into places where we can consult dietitian, nutritionists, physiotherapists, and physician, of because even people who are sick, who have those conditions, most of them are clueless what to eat and what not to eat. And by doing this, we will employ those people who are still unemployed. We have so many dietitians and nutritionists there with their courses, and they are just having those papers in their own houses. And also by this way, we will encourage those people who are local, because we will be hiring people who are very conversant with the local people, and also those who are speaking the mother tongue with those local people. They can go there. They will be taught how to uh, nourish their life with the food. And also for the children, we know we have so many problems that are affecting our children. We can offer this help uh, through these people, when we give them opportunity in order for them to take these places. So this will be a very good thing to do. Another thing we can do is that we can transform them into maternity. We know we are in short of maternity, and people do travel from very far. We have some clinics, I cannot say, in towns that are running, but they are not still enough for our women. And whenever we have emergency, this is a very good way. If we have a very near maternity clinics that are there, and also they will be used as a way of doing emergencies. We sometimes we have emergencies that need a lot of quick medical attention, and before we just go and look for the car to take the person there to the hospital, they die on the way. So this is a very good way, because if we have those kind of centers which are near to us, people won't be very much bothered to look for the car. They will just go for the first aid there, and then maybe proceed to bigger hospitals. Another thing we can do, or we can uh, transform these places, is that we can build or transform them into retreat centers. That is a place for study and doing meditation. People don't know about meditation, but meditation is something phenomenal, something very good. And also there is yoga, very good, very very good, because yoga do help people with the bone problems, back problem, and so many other problems. Also the meditation is that, um, let me say, what can I say, I haven't, is that science of going within you, exploring the inner you, the inner you, okay, the dark side that is not, you have not known for a very long time. And we always see the outside of us, but we have never explored whatever is inside us. So this is a very good way. So these retreat centers will be also be a very good place for conference facilities and accommodation. Whenever we feel like we don't want to sleep in our homes, we will need to get away for those serene environments and enjoy our drink in Nash Gardens. This is where we will be going. And also for those people who are used to pray, they can go there, pray. This is a good way of transforming those places. And so, if you have anything to add on top of what I have said, please do take an opportunity in the comment section. Comment what we can do for the Sunday, for the Saturday, because also for the Saturday, it was also for the people who are Seventh Adventists. So just contribute anything that can be a beneficial to us. We don't need to do these things we have been doing for a very long time, and change the change is with us now. So that is it. And if you love my video, please remember to like, share, and also subscribe.